talk to me about Breezeango. That was like the let me up segment on SmackDown for a long time for a lot of people. I loved it. I mean, I thought you guys were so entertaining. Tell me about Breezeango.
Yeah, it's if you can't draw money, be funny, bro. So no, I think we were it was 2016. I think we were both getting released. I think we were on the chopping block, and Vince said no, put them together, and then if it doesn't work out, then obviously we gave him a shot. So I remember Road Dogg was he was kind of writing. He was the head writer for SmackDown at the time, and he kind of took a liking to us because it kind of reminded him and Billy, because I think Billy and him were kind of in the same situation in the late 90s, just two guys kind of floundering. So they put us together, and then we had a little bit of a run, and then I had a knee scope, so I was out a few months, or a couple months, and Breeze, just being proactive, ordered a bunch of cop shit, and he's like, listen, man, if we're going to go out, well, at least we're going to go out proactive. So what he was meaning, like, he's like, dude, at least they can say they can't say we didn't pitch anything. So when I came back, we would just grab a .com guy and just start cutting promos, and it started getting a lot of traction online. And then I guess it just came up in the production meeting one day, and they go, let's put it on TV. And then our little skits that we were doing backstage, they put on TV, and that became the Fashion Files, and we got a good year run out of that. So I mean, I owe a lot to Breeze, just staying proactive. And you can either just get bitter, man, or you can just it's easy just to say, oh, fuck it, they're not doing anything with us. Or at least if you're going to get fired, you could say you did everything you could. My body was in great shape. We pitched ideas. Our gear looked good. We had a good attitude. You can live with that.
Right.
So yeah, it was a good learning experience for me. Of instead of selling backstage, we're not in a good spot. Just fucking get busy, just start doing shit, because you can do promos. Any guys or girls that aren't booked on TV, you could always, it's so easy just to grab a .com or social media person and just start cutting some content. It doesn't hurt to practice your promos. So that was a great time. Vince didn't understand one skit we did, I don't think he understood it, but it got good traction, like when they monitored the social media views and the segment ratings, etc. So he's like, I don't get it, but just keep putting it on because the people like it, because it's kind of tongue-in-cheek, fourth wall shit. So so it was fun. It was fun because we were cutting really long promo. You're remembering 3 to 5 minute skits, which is really fun instead of doing a 20-second promo. So that they trusted us enough to do that, which it was a different part of the full body of work, which is cool. I started off as a good wrestler, and that was kind of my thing, just a wrestler. And then now I could do comedy too. So,
I remember one of your skits. I forgot which one it was, but I think Tyler Breeze was upset. I laughed just saying it. Tyler was upset about something, and you go, but you're Prince Pretty, the prettiest of all the princes. And for some reason, that line just tickles the hell out of me every time I think about it. It was just funny stuff.
You know what, man? A lot of that was the writers. We became friends with a couple of the writers, and they would write our stuff, and they were younger guys, and they got our sense of humor. So I think it's important if you have a writer or a couple writers that they get your personality, because there's nothing worse than someone writing something for you and it's something you would never say. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the older guys with rank, some young writer will hand them a piece of paper, and they'll just like rip it up and be like, this isn't what I would say. So so I think having a good rapport with a couple of the writers that wrote all that really was important. and it made it fun, man. It was fun going to work every week. And because we didn't wrestle that much, so we would get there, film our pre-tapes before we went live on TV, then we were done, so it was fun. And then that led to, we ended up having a tag team title match with the Usos, which was kind of the crescendo of the whole thing. So it was fun, man. It was a really fun time in my career.
I remember that match. It was a good mix of comedy and actual wrestling.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was. I remember I got to the arena in Chicago, and I'm like, man, we're gonna have a fucking false finishes, all this crazy, wrestling match. And we went and met with Vince, and he's like, I want you guys to wear costumes and all this and change. And I'm like, I remember leaving there. I'm like, fuck, he's ribbing us, or this is gonna be really, really good or really, really bad. And it turned out to be really good. So I'm glad we did that instead of just trying to go out and have a fucking banger match, So it was something different on the card. Yeah. So
talk real quick. How'd you like going back to NXT?
It was great, man. We were categorized in that comedy kind of segment on TV, and sometimes it's hard to shake that, especially if you do it well. I thought we did the comedy really good, and the problem is you can, if you get typecast into that comedy role, it's hard for people to take you seriously. So like, yeah, you get your one shot at the Usos, but you're not going to be wrestling them probably all the time for the titles, because people don't really take you too seriously because you're a comedy act. So going back down to NXT, it was more of a wrestling based show. So we did our comedy kind of in our entrance, and then after the bell rang, it was all business. So I enjoyed that, because we, instead of having a 5-minute kind of comedy segment, we slip on a banana peel finish. We were having 15-20-minute matches with the best talent in the world, the Adam Coles, the Bobby Fishes, the roster at that time. I was just looking around, I'm like, man, everybody here is really fucking good. All the girls, all the guys, they're like all-star. It's like an all-star team down there. I'm like, fuck. And I'm like 35 at the time. And I'm like, I don't know if I can keep up with all these guys, but it was really challenging. Hunter actually challenged us, because we kind of came in with that comedy mindset, and he's like, no, you're gonna have to fucking shift some gears here and step it up if I'm gonna give you this opportunity. Because the ego in you, you'd be like, oh, I'm going back to NXT, but dude, that we had to step our game up to go to NXT, so winning the tag titles down there meant just as much to me as wrestling Chris at Mania, just because it was a vote of faith from the office. I know, because I obviously started up here in the Northeast, and Hunter did too, and he's a guy that I looked up to a lot. So I think for me, I didn't like the Regals, the Hunters. I didn't care if they really liked me personally. I just wanted them to respect me. There's nothing, as a wrestler, all I want is respect. I didn't care if Chris really liked me personally. We didn't really hang out, but I just wanted him to respect me, and guys that you look up to, you want them to respect you. And I wanted Hunter to respect me. I didn't want him to think I was just fucking doing comedy and mailing it in. So when he challenged us, it meant a lot to me to win those tag titles, because we, a Northeast guy like me, it just looked up, you look up to a guy like that a lot. So yeah, it meant a lot to me, man. And I'm glad that we got to go. I'm glad. I was really surprised we didn't get cut during COVID when they fired everybody. So we kind of got an extra year run, and it was one of the best years of my career, going back down there and working with those guys. Because you can't fucking mail it in down there, man. You got to really step your game up. So it was challenging.
Awesome. How can promoters get a hold of you if they want to book you?
Bro, they called me when I got released, and I do construction. So I was building this house I'm in right now, and I was doing the floors up here, and they're like, what do you want to change your Instagram handle and Twitter handle to? I'm like, I don't know. Fucking Dirty Dango Curdy. And they're like, all right. So that was like the first thing I thought of. So that's how you can reach me, is dirtydangocurdy@gmail.com. So I know it's kind of a weird name. It's like a 1999 AOL messenger name, but it's the first thing I thought of, and I didn't really think it through.
Dirty Dango, DANGO.
Yeah, Curdy, CURTY
at Gmail.
At Gmail. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
Bro, this is great.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. And yeah, I appreciate you, and it's cool that I get to talk to you, and I still see Crowbar out on these shows, man. And you guys were the guys that I looked up to on the indie scene. Were you in EC? Did you do ECW at all?
I did not.
No, you didn't. Okay, I'm thinking of somebody else. But yeah, man, Ace Darling was you were the guys back then, man. So yeah,
this is great.
Yeah,
this is awesome. You didn't have to do this. I really appreciate it.
No, of course,
this
man.
This is a lot of fun. I'm gonna see you in May, right?
Where am I gonna see you?
Tommy show.
Oh shit! Yeah. May. Yeah, we're doing the convention gimmick, right?
Oh yeah, and then you're in the show, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah. Yep. So I'll see you then, man. I look forward to seeing you.
Me too.
Awesome,
Thank you so much, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.